All right. I'm just here with my good friend of mine, Oscar, who's also a client that I'm working with. We're doing some inner work together. And Oscar, it was great. We just had an awesome session together. I love working with you. It just really flows. I would love to just hear from you. Like, what was your experience today? What was it like for you in just having this time with me?
Sure. Thanks, Vinny. I had an awesome time as well with you. Um, we've been talking about doing this for some time, and just the right time came, and I'm very happy I got to do this. I'll be straight. I'll be honest with you. I had some doubts in regards to how, if I would allow myself to get to the point of vulnerability and let the identity of myself dissolve because I'm so attached to it. But with your process, I was able to slowly let these walls of doubt kind of break
Mm,
and allow me to feel my inner being, myself, my true identity, and just be one with myself. And with your guided meditation, I came to a state where it felt, and like I said, formless.
mm,
There was no boundaries. It was just me being there like a gas, just present, absorbing and being aware of everything, not rejecting and not portraying my I my views of it. Just allowing it to be. And that made my heart rate calm, and just it just made me very peaceful at the end of the session. I was just really felt high. I was high. I felt like I was on intoxicated of some sort, but I was just intoxicated with myself. I was
mm,
just being.
mm.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
That's awesome.
It was a really great
So
experience.
as I told you earlier, like this is our first session so that whoever's watching knows that this is our first session. And so I'm
Hmm.
working to create the foundation of experiencing yourself as pure awareness so that we can then do deeper work. But the first thing that we're doing is we're creating a distinction between the awareness you are, the observer that you are, and then that which has been happening, which gives you a little bit of distance and the freedom to be with things in a more comfortable way. Would you say that that happened for you, that that was actually what took
Yeah,
place?
yeah. I was able to break away from myself and almost observe myself from up here
Mm,
and not passing judgment on myself, and just seeing and unattaching myself to myself,
mm.
just being not Oscar, but just being. And
That's
it was really nice because on a day to day, and no one does that. It's just nice to know you can do that, and to know that you're not attached to who you are, but you're just a being that's in this world of experiences. And these
mm,
experiences that have made you believe that you are whatever you are, but you're not that. You're
mm.
just you're just an observer and an awareness of light and spirit. Really, is just the spirit in you.
This is great. I mean, just I'm so happy to hear this because I've not recorded any testimonials like this before. This is the first time
Yeah.
I'm doing this, and this is our first session, and
Mhm.
you're already experiencing exactly what I would want a client to experience: is that the ability to disidentify with what's going
Yes,
on,
I do.
not but not disassociate. We don't want to ignore or repress or deny the discomforts, the challenges. And in this session, we weren't really dealing directly with any challenges that you're having. We talked about some things, but we're not going into them. We're creating first that buffer, that sense of internal safety and comfort, the sense of being one's own true nature and that awareness that you are, so that from that place, we could then start to look at where the challenges have been in your life and how we can create breakthroughs, because now you have a freedom to observe and move forward. Would you say that you can see this possibility going forward in future sessions with you, that we can start on this ground and then start to look at some of the more difficult things that maybe haven't been handled before?
Yeah, absolutely. I think now I'm motivated. My doubt has less. I don't. I'm almost looking forward to it now that I know I could get to that place of being able to observe myself without being myself, being just able to receive guided, just a guidance from your work is just great because you guide me to a place where I know is there, but I can't get there without this little bit of guidance, but as you mentioned, with time, with your with your teachings and what you do, I'll be able to get there on my own and be able to understand what is really occurring when things are happening, whether they be good or bad. I'm able to observe them and not necessarily identify with those issues.
Mm, thank you for that. I love that. And one last question I have here is, my motive is to help establish a sense of gentleness in yourself, with yourself, and all the different parts of your experience, to create a sense of compassion and self-acceptance at the deepest level of being. Did you experience a little bit of compassion and self-acceptance today? Did you feel a little bit more gentle with you and
Mm.
the things that you normally see that maybe there's judgment or conflict? Did you start to notice a sense of comfort towards self?
Yeah, I think as I got closer to the state of just being, it's automatically a sense of love and compassion. I didn't even have to really do much. I
Yeah.
think that's what warms up it's automatically, as you become more centered to yourself, that love and grace for yourself kind of just, that is the experience. That is part of being able to observe yourself, that love and compassion that you have for yourself, and you realize, hey, it's pretty cool. It's almost magical. It's a little weird. It's like it's trippy.
Right.
You feel like, whoa, this is cool. And I felt so relaxed. And we finished our session a good 10 minutes ago. I'm still relaxed. Like,
Yeah, I see that. I see
yeah,
that. It's really
chill.
good. Cool.
Yeah.
That's the motive here, is to bring radical self-acceptance, radical self-love. So, what I tell the clients that I'm working with is like, everything's acceptable. You might not be accepting it automatically at first, but little by little, we're going to start to bring a deep sense of self-acceptance until we get really deep, until we get to those core wounds and the core beliefs, the kind of beliefs that are just self-attacking, self-negating, self-shaming, the wounding, like the feelings and the pain in the body that we've gone through in our lives during, painful moments, losses, traumatic incidents, maybe abuse, different things like that happen to a lot of people. But through this process, we can start to bring a lot of love and compassion and gentleness to it. And I'm really looking forward to going a little deeper with you, man. This is just day one, and I'm just super, super delighted to be doing this with you, man. That's great.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Love you too.